U.S. President Donald Trump declared Tuesday he will restore the U.S. economy devastated by the coronavirus pandemic. He said some Americans are going back to work safely. He said, "We're opening up our country again. The whole world is excited watching us because we're leading the world." At the moment, however, the United States has totaled more than 69,000 coronavirus deaths, substantially more than any other country, with a projected total of more than 134,000 deaths by early August. More than 30 million U.S. workers have been furloughed from their jobs, with the list of the unemployed growing by millions a week over the last month and a half. Two pharmaceutical companies said Tuesday their experimental coronavirus vaccine is being delivered in the United States for initial human testing. U.S. drugmaker Pfizer Inc. and Germany's BioNTech SE said if the trials prove the vaccine is safe and effective, it could be ready for broad distribution in the United States by the year's end. The vaccine could be among the first vaccines approved for use in the United States for the virus. The U.S. leads the world in infections and fatalities. The company said the vaccine uses mRNA technology, which can enable it to be produced more quickly than the typical years-long effort it takes to develop a vaccine. Wall Street closed higher across the board Tuesday as investors become more confident that the country is gradually getting back to business. The Dow Jones Industrial Average closed up 133 points, but was up as much as 400 points higher earlier in the day. The S&P 500 and NASDAQ indexes were both 1% higher, and healthcare and tech stocks led Tuesday's gains in the United States. Oil was higher for the fifth straight day. From Washington, D.C., you're listening to VOA News. Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro said 2 Americans are among the so-called mercenary terrorists who carried out a failed armed invasion of his country earlier this week. President Maduro went on state television Tuesday and showed the passports he claimed belonged to Aaron Berry and Luke Denman, who were among 13 men captured in the failed raid that took place on Sunday. Maduro accused Berry and Denman of working for Jordan Goudreau, a U.S. military veteran who runs a private Florida-based security firm called Silvercorp USA. The Philippine government has ordered a leading television network to cease operations, sparking accusations the move was an assault on independent media. The National Telecommunications Commission said Tuesday it ordered ABS-CBN Corp, which frequently criticized President Rodrigo Duterte, to stop operating because its 25-year license expired on May the 4th. The order came as the country works to contain the spread of the coronavirus, and people increasingly rely on news organizations to inform them about the pandemic. In a statement, the network said millions of Filipinos will lose their source of news and entertainment when ABS-CBN is ordered to go off the air on television and radio tonight, when people need crucial and timely information as the nation deals with the COVID-19 pandemic. Legislators and media watchdogs have also denounced the order. The media giant says it has 10 days to respond. French President Emmanuel Macron sought to ease the fears of parents, school districts, and some French cities Tuesday about his decision to reopen the nation's schools next week. The decision has been greeted with apprehension by some parents, teachers, and administrators. More than 300 French mayors sent a letter to Macron urging him to delay the opening, saying the safety and sanitary conditions requirements set by the government could not be met in time. Peruvian opposition politician Keiko Fujimori is out of prison and back home after her attorney argued she was at risk of contracting the coronavirus because of underlying health problems, including arrhythmia. Fujimori is the daughter of jailed former president Alberto Fujimori. She was admitted to a women's jail in January for alleged ties to a corruption scandal. And South Korean baseball players opened their 2020 season in empty stadiums Tuesday as the country slowly returns to normal from the coronavirus pandemic. Handshakes and high fives were prohibited, as well as chewing tobacco to prevent spitting. You can find more on these and other stories on our website, VOA News.